Liv Morgan discusses the appearance of a prominent WWE star. Before tonight's WWE SmackDown, Liv Morgan made a statement on the appearance of a prominent WWE superstar. The Blue brand will broadcast Liv this week from Seattle, Washington's Climate Pledge Arena. Tonight on SmackDown, the victors of the Gauntlet match will face off against the defending women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Morgan questioned why her tag team partner was dressed in streetwear rather than her ring attire in the latest WWE image on X/Twitter today. Morgan's article, Why Raquel in Street Clothes? Following up on her remark, Morgan said Rodriguez was attractive in her updated render on the business's website. Morgan said, "She looks good though." Earlier this year, Morgan and Rodriguez became the women's tag team champions for the third match together, defeating Bianca Belair and Naomi. The notion of Dominic Mysterio facing a prominent WWE star is rejected by Liv Morgan. Recently, Liv Morgan expressed her opinions about the prospect of Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley competing in a mixed singles match. Last year at SummerSlam, Dirty Dom abandoned the Eradicator in favor of Morgan, despite their previous plot relationship. The 30-year-old stated in an exclusive interview with Riju Dasgupta of Sportskeeda Wrestling that Mysterio was a gentleman and would never hit a woman. She went on to say that Mysterio had already overcome Ripley emotionally and that the concept was stupid. Why are you interested in Dominic's crush on Rhea? To begin with, Dominic is a true gentleman. That's just stupid since he won't hit a woman. However, if that were to occur and you liked Rhea, I assume he has already emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually destroyed her. In the January premiere of Raw on Netflix, Rhea Ripley defeated Liv Morgan to win the Women's World Championship. At WWE WrestleMania 41, Ripley will compete in a triple threat M match for the gold after losing the title to Io Sky. But, according to Rhea Ripley, there was one significant reason why the Judgment Day died. One of the largest groups in WWE right now is the Judgment Day. For a few years now, the heel group has been a constant on the roster, whether you like them or not. Rhea Ripley, however, thinks the group is dead for one main reason. The Toronto Sun recently interviewed the Eradicator. Ripley, a former member of the Judgment Day, was asked to comment on the group's present shape during the interview. "The faction perished the day she and Damian Priest got turned on," she replied. For background, during SummerSlam 2024, Finn Balor and company betrayed Ripley and Priest. The faction and the Terror Twins developed a bloody hatred as a result of this massive betrayal. Therefore, it should come as no surprise to hear that Rhea Ripley is unconcerned with the group's progress. To be honest, when Damian and I were attracted to each other, Judgment Day died. They passed away after we were expelled. Ripley asserted, "They're no longer the Judgment Day, and I have no idea what they're doing at all." When Ripley defeated Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship at Raw's Netflix premiere earlier this year, she exacted revenge on the group. It's safe to assume that she has moved past her conflict with the organization because it's evident from her statements that she no longer worries about the Judgment Day. But not everyone seems to remember that Rhea Ripley is no longer in the Judgment Day. Adam Pearce, the general manager of Raw, in particular, believed that the Eradicator was still a member of the organization. Before revealing the triple threat match for WrestleMania 41, Pearce introduced Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and Ripley during last week's Raw program. He called Mammy a member of Judgment Day when he introduced her. This was later discussed by Ripley and Pearce, with Ripley questioning how Pearce could have made such a mistake. The Raw general manager dismissed his mistake on X via Twitter, saying he was drunk when he made the introductions. In hindsight, Pearce made a really comical mistake. In order to avoid Mommy's wrath, he should try to avoid making the same mistake repeatedly. But, breaking character, Liv Morgan discloses a huge favor she performed for Rhea Ripley, a WWE star, 8 years ago. After losing the Women's World Championship on Raw's Netflix launch earlier this year, WWE superstar Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are no longer at odds. However, the Judgment Day actor recently broke her heel role for a brief while to make a significant claim about Mammy at a major event. 8 years ago, the 30-year-old disclosed a favor she performed for the Australian. After joining the organization in October 2017, Rhea Ripley began to appear on the NXT brand. Having joined the promotion in 2014, Liv Morgan was almost ready to make the main roster by that point. Liv was senior to the Eradicator in the locker room since she spent more time on the developmental brand. When the Miracle Kid got to the main roster, she gave her locker to Rhea Ripley because the 28-year-old didn't have one. She disclosed in an interview with CNN News 18 during the media tour in Mumbai, India, to support WWE's migration to Netflix. Liv Morgan added that she had been right to see the Australian's star potential from the beginning. During NXT, I've spent a lot of time with Rhea Ripley. I don't sure whether you know, but I gave Rhea my locker when I was called up. "Here, my young sick, you can use my locker," I said, as she didn't even have one. Sick. However, I was always aware that Rhea would become famous. "I'm really intelligent, and I was correct," she remarked. "I just always knew. I just saw it in her. I knew that she was going to be a celebrity." On April 5, 2025, Dominic Mysterio turned 28. Liv Morgan, his on-screen lover, posted a sincere birthday greeting on social media. By claiming her daddy on X, FKA Twitter, the Gary the Dom was the most attractive and diligent man in the WWE. He was referred to as the greatest Mysterio of all time by the former Women's World Champion. To the most beautiful and diligent man in the world, happy birthday. Whether Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, her stablemate from Judgment Day, will win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship again on the grandest stage of them all is up in the air. This Friday's SmackDown Women's Tag Team Gauntlet match will determine their opponents. Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Lima. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video.